Cementing the First Amendment seemed like a bad idea.
This is Over the Night with Matt Harris.
Fountain drinks, man. Can you beat them? I mean, for a road trip, you get like a 75-ounce styrofoam cup of Diet Mountain Dew.
So much soda. I would like
It's redonkulous.
to live in a country where we're not known for our obesity. For
we're known for our obesity and for our motorized electronic walkways in airports.
You don't think Dubai's airport has those? Is that what you're saying?
To accommodate American visitors, yeah. I mean, why else is there a Sbarro in the Dubai airport? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're from the New York area.
No, I'm not.
Or you've been to New York.
Yeah. Yes.
You've at least been to New York. So how would you rank Sbarro with some New York
It's
style
terrible.
pizza?
What are you talking about? It's the worst pizza in the world. Sbarro?
Yeah, but when it comes to like bang for your buck, Sbarro is about quantity, not quality.
No, it's not.
It's the same with Cinnabon.
Do we get to put an asterisk on 2020? And you wrote a piece on that on Syracuse on SI, so we'll start there for your opening comments, Jacob. Welcome to the airwaves.
I think a lot of people, regardless of your line of work, would like to put an asterisk next to this year. The college football season has been a mess. Close to 70 games rescheduled or canceled due to the coronavirus. It has impacted this country and the world more than anything in recent memory. So it's definitely forgivable when things don't go according to plan. And that's certainly been the case for this team with one win on the season. You look at this team and coronavirus, COVID-19 hasn't really been the issue, but it's been the injuries that have really wreaked havoc on this team. You're down to your true freshman, third-string quarterback, fifth and sixth string running backs. Your offensive line is kind of pieced together. You're cutting the corners off of puzzle pieces to fit them together. You have a ton of freshmen starting all over the field, mostly on defense. They've played well, but they're freshmen. They're going to make mistakes. I think for the fan, when they take in all of this information, they might be willing to give the Orange a mulligan, put an asterisk next to this year. But what I think is interesting, and at least for me, and I think some fans will agree, is I think it's interesting to see the head coach sort of ask for it and hope for it and say, well, you know, it's 2020. It's been a crazy year. Let's just kind of sweep this one under the rug and forget about it. And, of course, that's all what we're trying to do. None of us want to have any long-term memory regarding this year. But I just think it's interesting when you see it in black and white, in quotes, the head coach asking for an asterisk that might rub people the wrong way. It's not necessarily coach speak that you're used to.
Telling the truth to a complete and total stranger is kind of like going out in the public without wearing any deodorant. You're saying that you don't care. That kind of honesty comes at a premium, okay? There's a reason why it's rare. Honesty has never been and never will be the best policy. Any sort of slogan that you can find on a poster in an elementary school guidance counselor's office is not useful to adults in the real working world. And there are two kinds of lies. There are the lies that we tell ourselves. Hey, you know what? This diet, it starts tomorrow. Another lie we tell ourselves. Guess what? The Texans can run the table and hey, maybe they'll even squeak into the playoffs. If you're listening to this podcast, you're lying to yourself right now by saying that listening to this podcast is a perfectly good use of your time. And you know what? That's okay. Thank you very, very much. This podcast isn't for people who tell the truth, because people who tell the truth are idiots. They're too stupid to come up with a good lie.
All right, so we're doing it a little bit different. Luckily for you guys, I happen to have some bagged wine in my car. And wine only gets better with age, so don't worry about how long it's been in there. We're going to slap the bag to our hot takes. Trey, have you ever slapped a bag before?
No.
You turn that lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Are you familiar with lefty-loosey, righty-tighty?
I'm familiar.
And don't be afraid. Go ahead and put your mouth on the spout.
Man, I don't want to put it there. You're going to do that first?
I Listerine this morning. It's either that or it's going to get all over your jersey.
I'm worried about. All right, let me take this off then if it's going to get all over my jersey.
Keith, have you ever slapped the bag?
I've slapped the colostomy bag.
Gross.
That wasn't great. That was pretty bad.
Whose was it?
So I was training.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
I was a personal trainer in college, right? And was training some 7-year-old man, and I was pushing him pretty hard. And I guess he
A little
eats
too hard?
I guess he eats before he comes to the gym.
Well, he has his Wheaties every morning.
And
His Wheaties and
I
cigarettes.
guess he starts shitting all over the place, and it's all over his shirt. Oh, you just smell this.
Yeah,
ranty-
one more.
So I
That's
said-
what I like to see. One more.
Yeah,
This
it's-
should be like a promo.
it was
That is
worse.
weakness leaving the body.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.